Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, peep squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. Know each and every time I drop a video and tell me what's on your mind. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9, Episode 2. And let's also talk about Liberty University open up. I was like, for real? That's what they doing? Yes, the school has opened up. And right now they have 1,900 students on campus when we're supposed to be under quarantine, baby. We're supposed to be trying to stop the spread of it. But you got 19 students on campus, but they're not attending classes. They're still doing the online situation and basically, working with their teachers online. But the full hall is open. The food area is open. And then on top of that, also the dormitories are open too as well. So 1,900 students has returned back to the university and Virginia. I was like, Lynchburg, Virginia. Like, shit, where they do that at? And also, the person that is running the school, Jerry Falwell, basically he is a big Trump supporter and he's unapologetic about the situation too as well. And they are expecting 5,000 students to return to campus. I was like, oh shit, what's really going on? This is going to be a test situation where they're going to see if the outbreak of the coronavirus spread here or not. And then if it doesn't, they're going to reopen everything because basically, they're putting the students at risk. They're putting the workers at risk too as well because there's no cure. There's really no understanding about the coronavirus. But once you get it, and if you're not healthy, you might be taking a dirt nap. And then on top of that, they're going to have enough ventilators if these students get sick and they're not 100% healthy, and where all the phlegm, mucus, and everything the coronavirus has that really basically stops your respiratory where you can't breathe. It's like you are basically being buried underground if you don't have a ventilator to fight this off unless you have a very healthy immune system. So we're going to see how this situation pans out. It seems like this is just crazy, and the school is still open. And basically the reason why it probably is still open and everything is still going on is because the person that runs the school is a Donald Trump supporter. So it's going to be what it's going to be. So we're going to see. And 1,900 students is already on campus. This is scary. And you're not supposed to be scared or anything else like that. But what if there is an outbreak? And what if students do come home sick and they fly wherever state or country they live in and then spread the disease even more or spread it in, Virginia? Like, this is a very tricky, nervous situation where everybody else is under quarantine and people are not able to gather together in 10 folds. But they're going to have the students on campus and eating at the lunch hall all together and everything else like that. So we're going to see what's going to happen with this situation, whether it's going to increase the outbreak of the coronavirus or is it just going to, the students just going to survive and it's going to be what it's going to be. So maybe this is a test situation where Donald Trump might open up the schools or whatever the case may be. But this is very serious. And we don't know where all these students live and what community and neighborhoods they're going to go to afterwards. So you gotta be careful, gotta be safe. And it seems like they're taking a risk with these students' lives. The teachers are not on campus, they are behind the screen on the computer. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. It's really crazy. And they're expecting 5,000 students. Ain't nobody shutting the school down. Ain't nobody stopping nothing. But yet we got regular businesses that can't even open. And they're losing money as we speak. So it's going to be what it's going to be. It is what it is. So you guys tell me what you think. It's a crazy situation. I wouldn't take no risk. My child would not be going back to school. Online is good enough. And I'll basically just be wanting, some type of refund or some type of half price for next season if my child was on the, paid for the services of a dormitory and the dorms and also, food and things like that. I would want like a either be reimbursed because the school's not open or basically have a discount for next season for the loan or whatever, or the next semester. So it is what it is. So I wouldn't take no chances, baby. If you ever seen any of these corona patients and them in the hospital, you will understand that this ain't no joke. It's serious. It's people are scared and the media basically fuel people and scare people, stuff like that. But if there ain't no villain, if there's nothing there for you at the hospital and the doctors are scared, the nurses are scared, the CNA are scared, the laundry is scared, people are scared. And then on top of that, most of the hospitals don't have the equipment to deal with the coronavirus. We hear that, oh, this is happening, that these medical workers are prepared. A lot of them are not prepared. A lot of them don't even know what to do. A lot of them don't even have the equipment to protect the staff. And we could possibly have an outbreak in the hospital where most of the healthcare workers become patients, because they don't have the equipment or the staffing to deal with the crisis that is going on. So let's move on. Let's get into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 9 episode 2, baby. It's going down. So let's just talk about this. Sierra Gates, she was in her feelings. She was feeling a certain type of way that Cardi, she did not have her back. She felt like, Karlie Redd did not have her back, point blank, period. She showed up to court late and she's feeling a certain type of way. And basically she wanted to mush her in the face and say, get up out of here. Cardi B was like, Karlie Redd was like, you are not going to be escorting me out nowhere. You ain't kicking me out of nowhere. Karlie Redd was like, listen, you better keep that same energy because you need me to testify, baby. You need me to come to court and testify for you. So you better watch what you say to me. You better watch what you do to me. And Sierra was like, girl, you ain't gonna slick try to threaten me on the low. I'm a mush. And we seen who? We see Malaysia. She was in the building. Malaysia was in the building looking light-skinned, baby. She was there with her girl Bambi. So we know that their relationship is still copacetic. I was like, okay, do your thing. So let's get into it. So Karlie Redd, she started off the episode basically having a funeral because it's a death of her marriage to Mo. Mo ain't no good. Mo done mistreat her. Mo done dogged her out. Mo done controlled her. Mo done did everything that you can possibly think of. And he even had a prostitute. He was paying for that punani on the low. But he's been paying for that punani. He paid for Alexis Scott punani. He paid for Karlie Redd punani. He just pays for it. That's just his thing. He's one of these dudes that like to make it rain on a female. So we have that situation. So he's making it rain and he's doing the most. And the girl done took a picture of what was going on and happening in Karlie Redd's house with her man. So I'm like, are you serious? Like, what is really going on with this situation? Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, for real? This is how we gonna do the situation. So Karlie Redd, she got to bounce. She got to get up out of the situation. She got to walk. She got to bounce. It is what it is. She got to go. And, it's a death of a marriage, a death of a situation between her and Mo. And she's going to get her divorce. And everybody is shocked that she is married except for Spice, because Spice already knew. So it seems like Spice and Karlie Redd got a relationship. So it's going to be what it's going to be. And Karlie Redd is basically saying that she's done, she's moving on, and she's not going to be in an abusive relationship no more. And Mo, you can kick rocks, you can go, because she is not going to be controlled and be defined by you. You can take your 100 grand, your 200 grand, your 50 grand, your 70 grand. You can take all your grands and just move on with the situation. So I was just like, Lord have mercy. What is really going on with this situation? I was like, yay. Like, So Karlie Redd is giving us the details. She's giving us the scoop on the situation with Mo. I was like, girl, I don't blame you. Leave his ass. Keep it moving. Keep it going. For real. So, it's going to be what it's going to be. She's going to get a divorce ASAP. And we got Erica Dixon in the building looking good. You go, girl. Do your thing. And so we have light-skinned Keisha. Light-skinned Keisha's in the building. And she got a bone. She don't really got a bone to pick. But she do got a bone to pick when it comes to Scrappy. Basically, doing music with her. And then cutting her off. And then acting shady with her in public. 1 minute he's cool with her. 1 minute he's not. And her man is right next to her. Her man is named Coco. Coco and Miss Light-Skinned Keisha been knowing each other for 7 to 8 years or whatever. I don't know how long their relationship was, but it was long enough. So we have that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. So light skinned Keisha, she's in the building and she's not feeling little Scrappy. She's not feeling little Scrappy. Her man ain't feeling little Scrappy, and she wants to let young Joc know how she feels about the situation. I was like, what's going on? And we got Shekinah basically put two to two together and said, basically the situation is Bambi. Bambi don't like you, girl. And so many different words. So it is what it is with that situation. So I was like, Lord have mercy. Joc is feeling a certain type of way because, light skinned Keisha is basically calling out, little Scrappy, basically telling, saying that little Scrappy, did a song with them. He posted it for a minute and then he took it down, and then they never heard the song released. They ain't never heard this. They ain't never heard that. And one minute he's talking to him, the next minute he's not talking to him. So it's a situation and they feel a certain type of way. And basically young Joc don't know what to do because, Joc be with the shit sometimes. Joc has changed a lot because Joc will get down and dirty with you and a heartbeat in a minute. But Joc is like, yo, they talking about my cousin. Like, for real, they talking about my cousin. I ain't here for that shit. And so Joc just sucks it in, and he was like, maybe, it's a situation with his wife Bambi that, he gotta protect her home and protect her and make sure that she's okay. And light skinned Keisha was like, nah, that's not how you do business. That's not how you roll. But Bambi feels like light skinned Keisha, she's out here tricking and taking other people's men, and there's no girl code. But people are calling out Bambi, saying she didn't have no girl code when she was up there in that jacuzzi with Kirk, which is Rasheeda's husband. So Joc is feeling a certain type of way. He ain't happy about the situation, but he gonna let it be and let it be peace. He's making his faces like, oh man, here comes the bullshit. Here comes the storyline. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And so we have Miss, Sierra, she's in the court. She's calling up Karlie Redd, like, Karlie Redd, where you at? Karlie Redd sounded like she was sleeping, that she woke up, she just woke up, that she was out partying the whole night. She was like, yo, I'm about to head to court. I was like, girl, you should have been in that court. If I was you, Sierra, I would have been like, I'm just swing by and pick you up, baby girl. We would have made plans, like, I'm gonna come get you. That's what when you depending on somebody to do some shit for you, you be like, I'm gonna come and get you at this time. Make it, even if it's a day before, you know what, you can sleep over my house, baby. I'll take you shopping. I'll take you out to eat. We'll have breakfast together, and then we'll head out to the court situation. So, she could have had anybody take her baby to school, and she could have went over there to Karlie Redd, or she could have spent the night at Karlie Redd's house if she really want her to show up to court. But hey, it is what it is. Lord have mercy. They are too funny with this situation. Karlie Redd is on one. She's feeling a certain type of way. I was like, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how it's going down. I was like, damn, Cardi, you really didn't want Karlie Redd really did not want to come through at all. She was not here in that situation. So she showed up late. Joc is just stuck in the middle. I was like, Joc is making the most funny facial expressions that you wouldn't believe. But Sierra is calling up Miss Karlie Redd, and Miss Karlie Redd is busy. And then we have, none other than Shooter in the building. Shooter's in the building. I ain't gonna lie, Shooter's attractive and everything. He's a good father, but he ain't good. He ain't shit when it comes to a relationship. But basically, he gonna come and show his support. You can show your support at home. He gonna come up to the court and rub it in Sierra's face, even though Sierra was going to court for a continuance, basically because they have to review the evidence. And usually when a attorney asks for continuance, it's usually granted, because the judge ain't ready either, because he don't really know shit about the case. But it is what it is. Shooter done showed up and act like he's interested, act like he's about that life. I'm thinking, oh my god, Scooter done showed up, he's gonna come through and he's gonna help Sierra. I'm gonna take it back with the bad things I said about him, but nope, he didn't. He's talking about, I just came to give you outside support. And Sierra's like, you can give your support outside somewhere else. You don't need to be here. And Shooter just sitting there like, I can't testify. I won't testify. Testifying ain't in my blood. God done helped me and my son get out of a situation in a case and basically get people convicted. So therefore, I said, if God helps me, I'll never step in another courtroom. But I can step on a court premises, but I can't step in a courtroom. I was like, Lord have mercy. help me, Jesus. So he done showed up. Sierra's just cussing off. She's upset. She's crying because, dude, I need you. I'm one of your baby mama, and I got 2 kids. And at one point in time, I supported you and took care of you and put up with your bull crap. And you gonna do me like that? Like, what if I do get locked up? Are you gonna watch our 2 kids? Are you gonna babysit them? And I don't know what's going on with Sierra's mother. Sierra's mother, I don't know what team she playing for, but basically she got the tomboy look down. But she does look young. She look very young, baby. And so we have, BK, he is agreeing with Shooter and giving him daps, talking about, I'm glad you came to support. I was like, BK ain't shit either. So, what you gonna do, Sierra? Your man is siding with your ex that, to testify because maybe they don't really need him in court. But Sierra, she talks to her attorney. She's asking for a continuance. They got videotape, blasting the third. They got to review the evidence and everything else like that. So if you got videotape, you don't really need the word of a witness. Karlie Redd somewhere lost in the city of Atlanta. In Georgia, she's lost like she ain't never been there, like she ain't never been to a courtroom before. I guess they got multiple courtrooms. She don't know what's going on. She done hopped out the Uber, walking up the street, basically looking lost and misguided and trying to put on the funk like she was really wanting to go there to support Sierra, and that was not the case because she did not want to support her, point blank, period. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord have mercy, what is really going on with this situation? I was like, word, this is what we doing? This is how it's going down? So it is what it is. And then we have none other than Aqua. She tells us that she got custody of her kids, but then in the same breath, she's saying that, she done called on the fathers, the grandparents, the community to help raise them because, I don't know if they with her or not. Last year, she didn't have custody. I don't know what changed from last year to this year that she has custody, but she got custody allegedly, but she put the kids on hold for a little bit so she can go and make that cheddar, make that bag, make that money, get it in, basically. So I was like, okay, do your thing. It is what it is, baby. So we have it like that. I was like, And we have Miss Alexis Scott. She's feeling a certain type of way. She's feeling kind of apologetic towards, Karlie Redd. And also, basically, her issues with Karlie Redd talking shit and threatening to spit in her mother's face. And then on top of that, don't talk to my mother, disrespect my mother like that, because I don't want Mo. Mo is dried up. And he done robbed me and my family and took money from this fake, phony, trucking company. I'm good with that situation, but she feels bad about messing up Rasheeda's situation. And so we have Aqua basically saying, it is what it is. Well, what you did at Rasheeda place was wrong. That wasn't right, girlfriend. What you did was wrong. And this guy said, I know, but the little instigating part in Aqua, basically, she was like, I can't wait for you and Karlie Redd to meet up and talk or whatever. So Akbar says that maybe these girls want the money. They want their career to boom, but I need it. I gotta have it, because if I don't have it, then therefore I can't do what I need to do. And so we have Karlie Redd. She is with she's with Rasheeda, doing her damn thing with Rasheeda, going to see the divorce attorney and everything else like that. So basically, Mr. Mo needs to be served. And Karlie Redd is explaining that women took pictures in her house and sent them to her. They took pictures in the mirror and the whole nine, and Mo's response was, that ain't my house. So they're laughing and giggling about this situation, but it could be real serious if Mo don't want to be served. I was like, shit, Karlie Redd got married without the internet knowing? Come on. And so we got Mama D. She is driving Ernest crazy. She done made it through surgery. God bless you. Lord have mercy. You know, the blood of Jesus was on you, baby. You had your ancestors with you because you survived that surgery, and all you got to do is stay clean. So everybody have a drink for Mama D so she don't have to take a drink. And Scrappy really don't want his mother to drink, but we get to young Joc. He's in a situation, ride share, driving Uber. He want to do that. Joc always have a scheme and a plot every season. So he's talking to Scrappy and basically asking Scrappy, what's going on? What's up with the situation, baby? Basically, he's like, yo, what's up with, Coco and light skin Keisha? They're saying that you post a song, then take it off. And Scrappy was like, yo, I post a song and I'll take it down when I need to. I don't need to keep it up there. But basically, so then he was like, okay. So basically, Scrappy saying he let let the song get a little bit of shine that he did with light skinned Keisha and Coco on his Instagram, but he takes it down. He don't keep it up the whole time. That's how he gets down with the situation. But then Joc was like, she was saying something like, you act different, you don't speak, you don't say hello, what's going on? Her and Bambi cool? And he was like, Bambi don't mess with her. The situation is light skinned Keisha was friends with one of Bambi girls, and one of Bambi girls was dating Coco, and he was supposed to be managing light skinned Keisha, but then she ended up in a bed with Coco, and he stayed with her and let the friend go. So basically Bambi don't want Scrappy, and she don't want to mess with light skinned Keisha. So they go see Mama D, and Scrappy tell Mama D, you can't drink no more. Mama D is complaining. She's feeling a certain type of way because Scrappy and Ernest is on her back not to drink, and she ain't having it, but she's gonna throw a party for her son, for the king, baby. And so he's telling her, you better stay not drinking. And Joc is just sitting there like it is. And she tells Joc, I'm tired of them harassing me. I'm tired of them doing this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. This is Mama D telling, young Joc, like, hey, listen, they doing way too much. It's too much. And he was like, you better be glad you got a family. You better be glad that people love you and take care of you, and they're concerned about you, because a lot of people is going through this battle without nobody. So be happy that you got somebody around in the situation. I was like, Lord. And so we get to, Bambi's in a situation. She's talking to Sierra, and Sierra is feeling a certain type of way. And I was like, Lord have mercy, what's going on with this situation? So the situation is that Sierra feeling like, that Karlie Redd doesn't have her back and don't want to show up and don't want to be there to help her. And she heard it through the grapevines from an attorney, from somebody, that Karlie Redd doesn't want nothing to do with it. She don't want to be in court. She don't want to testify. She don't want to be all tangled up. The same thing that, Shooter is saying. And then they get down, and Sierra brings up, who? Sierra brings up light skinned Keisha, and Bambi is just like, I do not like light skinned Keisha, girl code, disrespectful, jumping in the bed with somebody else's man, knowing that he was in a relationship, and to be skeezer and scandalous like that, I don't want to be bothered with her. That's just gonna be. And Sierra's just basically saying, but I can't stand Karlie Redd. She's a liar. She's fake, and she's fugazi. So you already know the deal in the situation. So she's about to have a party, and Karlie Redd is coming. Bambi was like, well, don't invite Karlie Redd. Disinvite her or whatever. But she wants to talk to Karlie Redd up front in person, because she just wants to make sure that her and Karlie Redd are on the same page. If not, because Karlie Redd be doing certain things, so she don't know what the situation is. And so moving on from that, we get the conversation. We have Karlie Redd. She's up there, in the boxing ring. Basically, she's throwing. Hopefully, she knows how to box, and this just ain't for an episode. We got Alexis Sky. She comes in the building, basically doing her thing, and she lets Karlie Redd know that I don't really got a beef against you. It's just that you threatened my mother, and you threatened to spit on my mother, so therefore I had a problem with you. I don't want Mo. I know the situation with Mo is terrible. And then Karlie Redd explained, hey, listen, I was at the mall, I was shopping, I was buying Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and everything else. We was shopping, I had my bags, and then people pulled up and put a gun to my head, took my bags, beat up Mo. So therefore, that's why I called you and cussed you out, your mother out, because allegedly it seems like it was Alexis Sky father and his people that came after Mo, because Mo done took some money from them, took their life savings or their savings. And so basically he's out here shopping with Karlie Redd, and they probably knew, posting in the Instagram. So Alexis Sky, allegedly family members, done ran up on Karlie Redd and Mo. And so that's why Karlie Redd went ham on Alexis Sky's mother. And Alexis Sky was like, yo, listen, if I knew that there was a gun pulled on you, you was robbed at gunpoint, my family didn't tell me anything else like that, so I didn't know. But now if I knew that would have happened, I would have been much careful how I approach you and how I would address the situation with you. She apologized. They're moving forward. It is what it is. They realize that Mo ain't shit, and they gonna do their thing and move forward with the situation. So I was like, okay, it is what it is. And then moving on from that situation, we have Sierra. She's doing her damn thing, and basically she's over there chilling with who, Malaysia and Bambi, and she sees that Karlie Redd is talking crap about her, and she's not feeling it. And we got Bambi, people are talking about Bambi's wig and what she got on. I was like, Lord have mercy. They're moving on from that situation. We got Bambi she's in a corner, but then we have Cardi Red and, Sierra, they end up talking, and basically it don't go nowhere. It's an argument, and it's cool, but they leave this point as where Carly Red is like, you ain't there for me, Sierra. And Carly Red is explaining to, Rasheeda that, she got the wrong courtroom, the wrong area, everything was wrong. And so basically, Sierra was like, yeah, whatever. So I hope you do show up. And then Carly Red continues to talk and was like, yo, you don't show up to my events. When I have things done, you don't show up. She's telling, Rasheeda that, and now Sierra goes back over there because she says she can read lips. And she was like, yo, when you see me post to Instagram and I was with StevieJ, it was because we have the same attorney. That's why I did not show up to your event. And so basically, Carly Red said, you ain't here for me. You ain't my friend. You ain't been there for me. The same thing that Sierra has been saying about Cardi Red. So basically, Sierra was like, yo, I love you enough not to whip your ass. So get the hell up out of here. Bounce. And so then that's when, Carly Red was like, yo, listen, baby girl, you need me to testify, so keep the same energy if I don't show up to court. And then that was it. Sierra the mush Carly Red right in the face. I guess, I don't know how Sierra wig came off her head. Carly Red still had her wig attached to her head. And then then they arguing and they pulling, security's coming, they're pulling wigs. Sierra got her wig pulled off her head and she's trying to pull Carly Red wig off, but it ain't coming off, baby. And you guys, Sierra right here, and you can see that she ain't got no wig on her head. So basically their friendship is on rocks right now. So we'll see what happens in the situation. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. I'm like, what a crazy mess. You tell me what you think. Should Cardi Red have been there on time if she wanted to testify and be there with her? Yes. Should Sierra take it the way that she's taking it? Yes. They both are right. But if Cardi Red did not want to testify or be at court, she should have just said it. Don't play the games. Don't show up late. Don't do none of that. Just